You know, I was thinking about confirmation bias, and I don't know if you know that word, but confirmation bias basically just means we have constructs in our mind about what we think the world is, what human beings are, our relationships to them, circumstances, events, experiences. And our confirmation bias has been proven where if you think about how your worldview in a certain way, your life starts to confirm, whoa, the way you choose to see it. All of us, everybody in here and everybody on the planet, most people, have a confirmation bias based on limitations and fears. And so what ends up happening is your world mirrors that construct, and then it then confirms your bias. Now, in really terrible ways, it can be a prejudicial, a moral bias. It can be about race or gender. I'm not even addressing those. But that's how a lot of the world works. So then they see evidence of that thing that they have prejudice against. What I'd like us to just start looking at is, why do you have a confirmation bias about the industry, or about, which I get very upset about when we put these ideas about, this is my 20th year of teaching. For some reason, I was in the right place at the right time and was blessed with, it's all you. You do not have to be anybody but you to get work. Black, white, green, gay, trans, it doesn't matter. You just be who you are. Because if you don't, if you co-opt another identity, thinking that's the way to get a job, you could get a job that way. You know what it ends up as? It's a soulless exchange. No job is worth your soul. You gotta get that, kids. So even though we produce working actors here, I am very much against the business model of what you think you have to do in order to be famous. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, if you're exchanging your soul for a paycheck, that's bankruptcy. Whoa, it's like got really quiet. I didn't even know that was going to come out of my mouth. But for 20 years, that has been the guiding light of like, you have to be you. Why are you not honoring you? Jennifer Lawrence was just interviewed on 60 Minutes, and I thought it was so inspiring. I don't care if people like her or not, because I'm sure if you split it down the middle, some people don't. And I don't think she cares either. That's what's great about it. Because why? She is who she is. And it's so inspiring to hear people talk from that place of how they made it in this business. She never took an acting class. She talks about it. And you can see a little bit in her response to it, she might have some embarrassment, like, the greats are so much greater because they studied. If you study life, if you study yourself, if you're trying to be an empath and move through the world compassionately, that's the best school. That's the best training. Nobody taught me that when I was 20. I want to say one last thing, because is this all making sense? Yeah. You know, this thing about confirmation bias and about being yourself. As a little gay boy, I'm working on a book that I've just finished the third draft of now. I'm really excited. I'm sending it back to the editor. Jesus, it's going to be red line, but whatever. It's exciting because what it has become is short stories about my life, about acceptance, self-acceptance. And I just turned 50 this year, and I'm having so many epiphanies about the journey has been about accepting those parts of myself that I was always taught to reject. And in the business when I started, everything was about hiding my gay self. Imagine, nowadays it's so great to be gay. Look at the Olympics. The Olympics were the gayest ever. I mean, the standouts were Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski. I mean, the gays is what made the Olympics so popular this year. But when I was growing up, there were no gay role models. So imagine moving through the business as a young adult, not even, forget about the business part, just moving through the world, not really seeing a mirror of positivity of a healthy lifestyle of being gay. But what I did end up discovering through the work as an actor slowly is the only thing I had to bring to the things that I was pursuing was all of myself, including the parts that I had been taught from confirmation bias that were rejectable or not lovable or not cool or all kinds of descriptions. Those are all lies. They are lies. You are perfect as you are, whatever you are. You have to dismiss this notion of becoming something other than you. Okay? was so exciting.